Hi, I'm Steve Peters, and this is me with Bill Burford, one of the main inspirations on this project. So the Fright Watch was this crazy idea I had that I would try to imitate the live improvisational sound of King Crimson from 72 to 74 and use the same kind of sounds that they use, like distorted guitars and bass with wah-wah sometimes, or volume pedal and mellotrons, and in some cases violin or viola, and a Bill Burford drum sound. So I couldn't really duplicate the way they did it, which was 4 or 5 people jamming together, improvising, because I didn't have the resources, the musicians available to do that. Actually, I recorded the first 3 by myself, and then the drummer played on a couple of those, and those are all in the album. And what I ended up doing for most of the tracks was create a drum track in an improvised way, and having someone jam with me over that, and then adding a final layer on top of that. It was still all improvised, but it's not really live in the sense that King Crimson did it. But I was just trying to go for that sound more than anything. So why don't I let you hear from the musicians and see what they think of the project.
So I listened to the recording, and the more I listen to it, there's some parts where I just feel like I hit, man. I hit, like, somehow I get on that wave and I just go, yeah, man, it turned out a lot better than I remember.
Truth is, recording with the cat's a joy. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun. I'm okay with it.
I really didn't have much script or knowledge about it, so it was all improv. It was all improvised. Every sound that came out was pretty much off the cuff and just kind of feeling. And it was at first I couldn't get on. I couldn't get onto the extravagant beats that were being thrown out there, and but eventually I warmed up, fingers got loose, and just started shredding, man. Just started going and trying to keep up with the music that was laid out for me, which I'd never heard before. It was interesting, definitely interesting.
It's a very unique type of improv. It's a one-off, but not like live improv. Live improv is organic. What you're trying to do seems a little more try, but that's not bad.
When you asked me to play on this King Crimson inspired album, it's like inspired from King Crimson, where it's like a lot of improv, Bill Burford on the drums. I couldn't help but jump at the idea. I was like, oh, dude, it's great. I love Bill Burford growing up. He's my favorite drummer. I would play along. My parents were big Yes fans, so I would play along to all the Yes albums and the King Crimson albums. And, it was just like, yeah, I'll play some drums on that. That's Bean. Yeah, Bean. But yeah, no. It was definitely, it was fun to get that out too, because he had all that, those sound bites of actual Bill Burford's drums. I could play with those sounds, and that was fantastic. Trying to play like Bill Burford, but actually sound like Bill Burford.
It was definitely a challenge. It was definitely a challenge because I never played with the drummer before. I never heard the drummer before. Never heard anything. What was coming my way, and it was just kind of like, all right.
Well, it was a drummer, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Well, you know what I mean. Like
it was
the percussion tracks.
Pre-edited drum tracks.
The drum tracks.
Recorded by a real person.
They were really good. I mean, they were like high-level drum tracks.
Extremely, avant-garde, totally different. Something I'd never worked on like before in my life. Yeah.
I'm still not entirely sure I understand what you're trying to do, but I like it. I'm not sure I get it.
step is music. It's some sort of music. It's not too technical. It's not too weird. But you know, it's definitely a different kind of sound, I think, because it's chaotic. You know, it's like all over, and it's like you start with one beat and then just totally going in another direction, and you got to kind of adjust to that. You know, do your best to stay on the board. You know, and not fall off the wave. You know, and there's a lot of sounds that I was not prepared for. I just didn't know what. I mean, I like that fact about how we did the album, and you know, it's just kind of, you know, you didn't know what you're in for.
I remember being both confused and delighted that we were making something awesome.